Online marketing success story: one of commitment, drive, and following a plan. We all hear how the economies of most of the world nations are in a recession today, maybe even a depression in some cases. Although this seems to be true, there are those whose personal economies are not in a recession. After all, when there is a recession or a depression, what is really happening is that a very unbalanced shift is taking place. Money and wealth are simply transferring from the majority of people and companies and into the hands of a minority of the same. The idea for success is to be on the receiving end of this transfer. One fact that I have read is that during the Great Depression of the United States back in the 1930s, more millionaires were created at that time than ever before. That amazed me before I came to understand what the shift means and how those who understand manage to be on the receiving side of this occurrence. Today is no different than any other time actually. The only thing that is different are the technologies and the rules. The internet is not in a recession today. It is growing at a pace faster than ever and on a global scale. There are those individuals and companies that have been able to understand this and learn how to harness this power, thereby placing themselves on the receiving end of this great modern-day shift of wealth. I'm going to talk about one such individual who I met and briefly tell a bit of his story. I attended a conference a number of months ago where I met a guy named Greg. Now Greg was fairly young and in his early 30s, I believe. He had a great attitude. Most likely because he had come to be what I call an internet success story. He was self-employed and basically ran his entire business from his laptop computer and also his cell phone. He was currently living the life of his dreams on an island in the Caribbean with the financial ability to go anywhere and do anything that he pleased. Now the amazing thing is that less than 2 years before he was completely broke and living in his mother's basement, what did he do to make such a tremendous transformation in his life? He simply learned how to harness the power that the internet has to offer. With drive and commitment, he has become quite an online marketing success. Now get this. His business is still growing and he is positively affecting the lives of all he works with. He has figured out how to be on the receiving end of this tremendous, modern-day wealth shift. Greg had no prior experience at all with the internet or even computers for that matter. What basically happened to him is that he came into contact with a company that promised to deliver the goods, so to speak, when it comes to making money. They offered a training and support platform that taught the skills and mindset necessary to work online using the internet. This company made a claim that if one did not quit and diligently followed the tried and proven laid out plan, one could achieve whatever it was that they financially desired. Greg did some due diligence and also saw some testimonials of others that had plugged into the same company. These were real people that were working with this company and part of the community of those that had changed their lives by achieving their own levels of online marketing success. Greg simply took a leap of faith and got started. Now I'm going to briefly speak about Greg's key strategy he used in the beginning to get started on his online marketing success journey. He dove right into the program that this company had laid out. Greg, being a man of great passion, actually devoted 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to his commitment and worked the program diligently. He became a student of the course. He followed a plan while implementing what he was learning at the same time. After 30 days, he began to see some results, and he was able to see with certainty how this was going to work. Greg says today that if you make a commitment like he did, you can start to become good after 30 days. To be an online marketing success master, he states, takes 6 months of commitment, but you start making money when you get to good. Now I have come to learn that others in this same community who are good and also masters have devoted time, but not necessarily 12 hours a day. It all depends on each individual's personal life. It does, however, take drive and commitment and the ability to follow a plan. The online success journey can, however, be leveraged depending on one's own situation. I have seen many examples of how this is done. These are stories for a later date, however. So, in closing, I just want to recap that a person like Greg here has been able to be on the receiving end of this great wealth transfer that the world is experiencing. He has mastered the skills necessary to become an internet marketing success. The internet is not in a recession today. It is growing and expanding on a global scale, faster than ever before. I would like to thank Greg for his time, commitment, and sharing of his story. We have most all heard the phrase, "Be like Mike," Michael Jordan. Well, today, I say I want to be like Greg. Thanks for your time with me today. I'll see you on the next story, Sam.